This shouldn't have happened to me, and it shouldn't happen to anyone.
A big payout for a woman who was struck by a rubber bullet and left with a traumatic brain injury. It was fired by police during the 2020 George Floyd protests. Now, 3 East Bay cities have settled a civil lawsuit. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meebeck. $3.4 million was awarded 3 years since the protest in Walnut Creek. KTVU's Brooks Giroux joins us here in studio with how the woman's life has changed forever. Brooks.
Her name is Sarah Tuning. She's now 27 years old. The millions of dollars she received was agreed upon back in April, but she hasn't been prepared to share her story until now. Tuning says her memory and concentration will never be what it used to be. June 1st, 2020, the height of nationwide protests over the murder of George Floyd at the hands of Minneapolis police. In Walnut Creek, demonstrators inched closer to I-680 and faced a stern warning. Sarah Tuning, who was 24 years old at the time, went to take pictures and provide protesters support. She recalls the chaos.
It was really confusing and distressing.
Officers from Walnut Creek, Pleasant Hill, and San Ramon confronted the crowd. Soon, tear gas was deployed. Tuning says it was loud and smoky. As she tried to leave, she was hit in the forehead by a rubber bullet.
I remember I couldn't see anything all of a sudden. I couldn't hear anything. I just remember thinking, if I need to I'm going to fall over and I need to bend my knees, because if I don't, then I'm going to fall and hit my head.
She was badly bleeding and ended up in the hospital. Doctors initially told Tuning she had a bad concussion. Turns out it was a traumatic brain injury.
I don't remember things. I don't think well. I'm much slower.
She sued all 3 cities that had officers at the protest. Walnut Creek says it's unclear who fired the round that hit her and says the rubber bullets were intended for a man who threw a tear gas canister at police. Now a significant settlement has been reached. $3.4 million paid out for the harm caused to Tuning.
We hope that this case will precipitate some reforms so that citizens of the Bay Area can peacefully exercise their First Amendment rights and protest without risking being exposed to suffering serious bodily injuries.
Walnut Creek was the only city to respond to KTVU, saying in part the police department has modified its crowd control practices for large protests and no longer uses tear gas for crowd control purposes, expanded its options for other less than lethal weapons, including adding beanbag shotguns, BOLA wraps, and enhanced tasers. But Tuning says no amount of money can make her whole.
I'll never experience the life that I could have experienced had this not happened.
Tuning has since moved to Idaho, living with family, where she says even the smallest daily tasks are daunting. She says she filed the lawsuit to send a message that you should be able to exercise your First Amendment rights freely and safely. In the studio, Brooks Giroux, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
All right, Brooks, thank you for that. Other Bay Area cities have also settled cases of excessive force and violation of protesters' rights during demonstrations sparked by the death of George Floyd. The city of Oakland paid $1.5 million to 25 protesters who allege police violated their rights in 2020. 2 other people in Oakland settled for $250,000 after police shot them in the hip and calf. The city of San Jose paid $2.9 million to settle an excessive force case by a man who says he lost an eye after police fired rubber bullets at him. 4 other plaintiffs split $450,000. You can find more information about the Sarah Tuning settlement on our website. Just head off to ktvu.com.